Hey guys, what's up? This is Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is Final Island. New week, we have enemies weak to blunt, heat, blunt, lightning, and sudden blunt. So blunt all the time. We have way too many blunt attackers, and if you are here for a while, you probably have many of them trained. But in order to try to run all the stages here, I will be showing you my different strategies. I'll be using two different ones. We have the first one always having a very strong boss. Usually the first one is like that. Then the second one should be the easiest one of them all, in my opinion. Let's check here. It also has a boss, but only on the second stage. The other enemies are very weak. And then the last one is, well, I think it's even easier. Yeah, we have only small enemies. Besides, this one does have some high HP. But, well, let's start. I have two different setups. The first one will be this one here. Let's go and click on Quest, Stage 2. You don't need to run Stage 1. And the strategy here is to just kill the first wave with Joe. Then we kill the second wave with Red. And then we finish with attacking, well, Red and Liza. Let's go with this. Okay, so let's, well, turn off full power auto. The first wave we want to kill by use of Joe, so it doesn't really matter which character you use because she's fast. So let's go with Sorbet Flambe. Yeah, she kills the first wave easily. She's strong. And on the second wave we can use or Red. We can kind of save Punishing Combo if you want. I think Punishing Fist is enough to kill. He has very high speed, so he will attack before. Yeah, he didn't kill that central enemy, it has a little more HP. So what you do, if you saved your Red, you can just go and use Sky Twister with Liza, and then Punishing Combo with Red. Joe can use Hybrid Magic, and that's enough. Yeah, Red does not do it by himself, but very close. Very close. Sky Twister should do it by itself. But then we can use 6 attacks. It was done with 5. That's pretty nice. Now another strategy is to focus yourself in heat damage instead of just blunt. So if you have Barthélemy and Polka, you can also run this with them. Let's go. That's okay, we can go with either Polka or, no, save Polka and use Barthélemy or Joe. It doesn't matter who goes first, because on the next wave we use the remaining one. Use that on the middle. This is the enemy string formation, so they get more intelligence by staying on the middle. Now we just go and use the other character, like, yeah, we have Barthélemy now. And instead of focusing too much, we can kinda use, let's see, Farfetter on this enemy. That is if Bart does not kill it. I don't think I'll use Splash, because I want to save Hybrid Magic. The other two characters here are very old characters that don't act. They are pretty weak. Yeah, Barthélemy did the trick, but maybe if your Barthélemy is not that well trained, it's okay to use another action here. Now we have the boss and we can use 3 different actions, it will be enough. Scatter Explosions, then, well, Hybrid Magic and Heat Wind. That should do it. Yes. That's the first stage, guys. Points are maxed. Now the second stage we have Blunt and Lightning. Well, the second wave is a boss stage. To warm this one is pretty tough. Then the first wave is only weak enemies. This one has a little more HP. It seems this one as well, but the other ones are pretty weak. Well, I have this strategy here, let me show you, that runs with newest version of Fuse, Emilia, and Mac. The other two characters are not used. The formation is Deadly Pierce. So why do I use the newest version of Fuse in the front? Because he's way too fast. I don't want him to attack now, I want him to kill the last wave by himself. So what do? We can use lightning attack with him, and right now we can use Ricochet Parade and Leopard too. Yeah, any of them will work. So we use our Shadow with Nora so that she does not attack. The last character here barely has any agility, he will not go first. Ricochet Parade may not kill this central enemy if it's not so strong for you, but it did for me. Now, this enemy here, Tube Worm, is, like I said, has a lot of HP. What you can do is just use Thrilling Snipe with Fuse if he gets to attack, because he usually don't. We can use normal attack with Emilia and Derringer. Yeah, Fuse did the trick. Last wave, you just need some AoE. Yeah, I forgot to inherit it. Submachine Gun should be good enough here. But we have Total Shot or Bullet Dance. In this case, Bullet Dance does more damage. And use the Ringer as well. You can also change the order of attacks. Like, in the first turn, you may save BP with your Emilia if you want. It works the same way. These 3 characters are enough. We did 6 actions. Yes. So the second strategy brings Madeline, Liza, and Squid Rock Bouquet into the table. They are enough to kill this. Let's go. Nice. So what we want here is to just inflict flash lightning damage. The other characters should not attack. Liza has to use Giant Swing so that she does not attack this time. And Rock Bouquet will use Dark Pulse so that we don't use too much BP. It should be enough to kill the 4 enemies just fine. Okay, so now what we want is Liza to kill this enemy. If your attack is pretty high, you can do it. I cannot do that because my Sky Twister is still not maxed. So what I do is just normal attack with my other characters, and Sky Twister should be okay. Maxed Sky Twister does a trick. Oh, this time it did! I think this last time it didn't, so... Okay, 3 actions so far. What we want is Flash Lightning. We can just use our normal attack here with Liza. And Enraged Squid with Rock Bouquet. Yeah, it did. So, 6 actions, pretty nice. Now we go for the last stage, Sun and Blunt Well. Here I am using Sun damage, but the order may not be the best one. So we have Albert, Rufus, there is also Mirza here, but I don't use him, it's just delayed, and Princess White Rose, the second version. Okay, so the first wave, the enemies are pretty weak. Albert can do that by just using Victor's Blade. Let's hope that he kills. If he does not, we can use some AoE from the other characters that we have. Now, save for Mirza, he just steal Blade. And Princess White Rose will just use Blasted Guardian. Actually, any of them will be able to kill the first wave. Yes, Albert is doing his trick. Everyone should have Albert trained so far. We use Victor's Blade again, but this time we can either use Submachine Gun or Gun and Blade. I will use Gun and Blade, I think. No, Submachine Gun. And Blasted Guardian again, because I know that the 2 AoEs will be able to kill. Yes. Now we have the last wave. This enemy is a boss. So, well, Albert can use Sonic Slash because he doesn't have anything else to use. Now we use Gun and Blade and Blasted Guardian. Finally, it should be used. It was kind of overkill. Yes, it was. But then it also worked. 6 actions, right? Yes. And the last strategy uses Albert in the front lines with Bright and Media for blunt damage in the end. Yeah, if you don't have the other one. The other one also works, but it's pretty fast, may go before Albert. And Mei-Ling, yeah, those characters will work. And well, what we do is Victor's Blade on turn 1. You need a very strong Albert, a maxed one. Victor's Blade can be used with either this one or the newest version of Albert that I don't have yet. And Amelia should just, well, focus on normal attack. We don't want her to attack right now. Nora uses Earth Shatter, and Mei-Ling will go with Solar Wind. Either Mei-Ling or Albert works. Mei-Ling needs to level 50. I'm using the newest gun as well, the newest gun with a full HP plus stone. Now we have the second wave, we go with Victor's Blade again. Or we can do different, we can just... yeah, no. I think it's better to use Victor's Blade. Emilia can use Bound Shot on this enemy, just for guarantees, if she goes first. And Mei-Ling uses Solar Wind. So either Albert will use AoE or Mei-Ling. Yeah, and now... it's still working. For the last wave, what we have with Albert Sonic Slash. This version of Albert cannot do another Victor's Blade. Then Sweet Trap and Solar Wind again. So 3 actions. The 3 actions need to kill this enemy. And it did. So, well, that's the last strategy for this video. Thanks so much for watching it. If you want to support the channel, you have the links here in the description of the video. We see each other on the next video. Bye.